Hey everyone, here's a long overdue update video on what we have going on this summer. Here's one of the things, and I talked about that this spring, that this was going to be one of our projects, was to add on to our pole barn. Ran out of room, never can build them big enough, but we go with what we have for a budget, and our budget allowed to be able to add on some more. So we added 9 feet on, poured the concrete first, put 2 floor drains in. Right now the drains are taped in case it rains so it doesn't completely wash out my drain system that I did. Basically a hole filled with huge rocks, and got a pipe going into it, and that's going to be our floor drain because we'll be parking our snowmobiles in here in the winter time, and they'll be heated, and so they're going to be melting a lot of snow off. So that's why we did the 2 floor drains, one at the towards the rear of the addition and one at the front of it. Yesterday Trent and I worked on insulating it. So what I do for work is I do a lot of stuff with these insulated panels. We build coolers and freezers out of them, and these are all a bunch of rejects, junk ones and stuff that have been laying around our place for a long time, and I'm putting them to use in our addition. Insulating it with these panels. It's about an R30 that it will be. The walls and the ceiling will be all R30. I worked on this wainscot yesterday. Put all this stuff on, put all the trim on. Yeah, and then Trenton was working on installing all this angle and butling everything in to seal this place up. So it'll be actually very, very cheap to heat on the way we are insulating this place. So we're gonna do like a wainscot in here too, with the stainless. I'm just trying to maximize our material that we have. So I had enough stainless panels, if I cut them shorter like this, install them across the bottom, and then I have enough white ones to go from there up, and then we'll do the ceiling also in white. So just trying to maximize what I have for material and make it have a little pizzazz. So the barn floor, it's another thing. I think my last video was actually talking about we were getting ready to do the barn floor. There it is. That was a 14-yard pour. I had quite a few friends come and help us. Yeah, the barn's always full. Just everything just gets pushed into here. And I did a couple floor drains in here also. This will not be heated. Just doesn't seem justifiable to heat this area. Really don't need this large of an area heated, so that's why we're just going to heat that area over there. It'll be inexpensive, and that way if we have to work on our snowmobiles, we have a heated area to do it. So when we poured the addition floor, actually formed up out here and poured a little bit of concrete in front of the barn, and then this fall one of the neighboring cabins, he needs to pour a couple yards of concrete, so we're going to split a truck. So then we'll form the rest of this out. The 8 feet that I came out, we'll go all the way over to the edge and fill this area in then too. So that'd be nice. Our yard, that was another thing we did this spring. Last year with running the water line through our front yard, we had completely tore up the whole yard, and it was just garbage. And this spring, Trent and I went over to the local yard waste dump, and there was a bunch of topsoil that somebody had dumped over there, and I talked about that in my last video. But here's our yard now. It just came in incredible. No more dirt, no more sand in the cabin. That was the part that sucked the worst, was every time you went in the cabin, the dogs or us, so much sand inside. But so this is how the yard's looking. It came in really nice. I seeded it, and now that we have a well, I was able to water it on the weekends when we're up here. And we were actually fortunate to have a very wet spring too after we seeded this, so Mother Nature definitely gave us a helping hand with getting this yard in. So that's how the cabin's looking now. There's our there's our drain field. It's a pressurized drain field. It looks like kind of a mound system, but it's really not. It's a pressurized drain field. I don't think I'm the expert to try and explain how that all works, but my good friend that's a septic guy said that's the best one you can put in. So that's why he pushed us in that direction, and he helped us install it and stuff. So also poured a little bit of concrete in front of the cabin here too. We got that poured in, and we got our wall framed in with our windows and stuff. Now I just got to finish the cedar on the front. So that's really all I got going on for right now. Just been busy. Really haven't been shooting any video of us working on anything. It's just yeah, kind of get here and just hit the ground running all the time. It's been hot. Seems like most weekends are in the upper 80s, a lot of humidity. Yeah, it's tough working, especially on the side of the barn. Later in the afternoons, the sun is right overhead, and it pretty much just cooks you in there. Especially working on that stainless yesterday, the sun was reflecting off the stainless, and it was like I was working in front of a mirror. So it wasn't very pleasurable at all. But that's what we got going on for now. Just wanted to give you an update on everything. And the front here will match everything here too. We'll be plywooding that and putting cedar on the front of it right here, so you can kind of see how I have everything framed out and stuff. So, but thanks for watching, everyone. That's our update for our projects that we have going on this year.